Hello everyone, warm welcome to Regulatory Bodies YouTube channel by Testbook. मेरा नाम है माधव अरोड़ा. I welcome you all in a very important session which we call it as Finance Current Affairs. जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि if you are preparing for any of the regulatory bodies or maybe bank exams, this particular session is must watch session for everyone. ऐसा क्यों? क्योंकि फाइनेंस करंट अफेयर्स एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सेगमेंट है आपके एग्जामिनेशन का. हर एक एग्जाम में, फिर चाहे वो बैंकिंग एग्जाम है, रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज एग्जाम है, रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज में भी चाहे वो आरबीआई, सेबी, आईएफएससी, एपीएफ, आरडी एग्जाम, इन सभी एग्जाम्स में फाइनेंस करंट अफेयर्स इज वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट सेगमेंट. तो उसी को लेकर हम आपके सामने आए, जिसमें what we do is on regular basis we discuss the finance current affairs, and this discussion of finance current affairs is basically done on regular basis Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. हर शाम Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday को ये सेशन आपके लिए लाइव कंडक्ट किया जाता है, and I make sure that you understand each and every point which we are trying to discuss, which we are trying to touch in our particular session. So before we start the discussion, एक बार जल्दी से मुझे comment section में बता दीजिए, am I audible? Good evening Abhinay, good evening Mamta, good evening Prachi. Guys, if I'm audible, visible, everything is fine, we are good to go. Just give me yes sir in the comment section so that we can begin the discussion without any further delay. आज काफी इंपॉर्टेंट एरियाज पे हम चर्चा करने वाले हैं. आज अगर मैं बताऊं तो हम सबसे पहले डिस्कस करेंगे आरबीआई द्वारा जो कंडक्ट किया जाता है हैकाथन. तो थर्ड एडिशन ऑफ दिस हैकाथन वाज कंडक्टेड इन 2024, जो कि रिसेंटली कंप्लीट हुआ है. इसके विनर्स अनाउंस किए गए हैं. तो वी आर नॉट मच इंटरेस्टेड कि विनर्स कौन है, लेकिन हम ज्यादा इंटरेस्टेड है इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में कि हैकाथन कब हुआ, कैसे हुआ, कहां हुआ और इसके क्या एजेंडा था इस पर्टिकुलर इवेंट का, और उसके साथ साथ क्या प्राइज मनी रहता है, कौन प्राइज देता है, वो सारी बातें डिस्कस करेंगे. मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट, रिसेंटली एनपीसीआई ने अनाउंस किया है मार्केट कैप डेडलाइन को एक्सटेंड कर दिया बाय 2 years. नाउ यू मस्ट बी वरीड कि सर ये डेडलाइन क्या कहना चाह रहे हैं, क्या एक्सटेंशन हुआ, क्यों एक्सटेंशन किया गया, इससे क्या इंपैक्ट होगा, क्या बेनिफिट होगा. तो ये सारी टर्म्स भी आप आज हम इस पर्टिकुलर सेशन में डिस्कस करेंगे. देन विल मूव अहेड टू द नेक्स्ट न्यूज आई हैव टुडे इज रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया ने ओपन कर दिया यूपीआई एक्सेस फॉर दी प्रीपेड पेमेंट इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स थ्रू थर्ड पार्टी ऐप. इसका मतलब क्या है कि अगर आपके पास पेटीएम वॉलेट है तो आप पेटीएम वॉलेट से पैसा ट्रांसफर कर सकते हैं, पेटीएम वॉलेट में पैसा डेबिट क्रेडिट कर सकते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ फोन पे या गूगल पे. कैसे होगा, क्यों होगा, वो सारी बातें कुछ ही समय में हम डिस्कस करेंगे. एंड इन द एंड विल टॉक अबाउट द लास्ट अनाउंसमेंट आरटीजीएस एंड एनईएफटी. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ यू आर ट्रांसफरिंग द फंड्स, अगर आप पैसा ट्रांसफर कर रहे हैं एंड यू आर ट्रांसफरिंग द फंड्स थ्रू यूपीआई, आप बहुत बार कहते हैं भैया अपना नंबर दो, यू एंटर द नेम नंबर एंड द मोमेंट यू क्लिक ओके यू रिसीव द नेम ऑफ द बेनिफिशियरी, या आप ये कहें द नेम ऑफ द रिसीवर. So this facility is already available in IMPS और UPI, but the same facility is not yet available in RTGS and NEFT, जहां पर एक रिस्क है. तो उस रिस्क को ओवरकम करने के लिए भी एक सॉल्यूशन आरबीआई ने अनाउंस किया है, which we will be discussing today, which means if you are going for RTGS facility or if you are going for transaction facility related to NEFT, in that particular case again you can get the name of the beneficiary assured. You can get the name of the beneficiary assured. ठीक है जी, क्लियर है ये पॉइंट. I hope what all things we are going to discuss are crystal clear. If you have any doubt कि सर ये PPT या ये जो PDF है ये कहाँ से मिलेगी, I hope you are very well aware this PPT will be or this PDF will be available on my Telegram channel. तो बिना किसी देरी के आज के सेशन की शुरुआत करते हैं. I'll try my level best कि एक एक पॉइंट को मैं आपके साथ बहुत डिटेल में डिस्कस करूं, ताकि जो भी क्वेश्चंस इससे रिलेटेड आपके एग्जामिनेशन में पूछे जाएं, यू कैन आंसर देम प्रीटी वेल. आई स्टार्ट विद द फर्स्ट पॉइंट. द फर्स्ट पॉइंट टॉक्स अबाउट रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया. रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया ने रिसेंटली ऑर्गेनाइज किया है थर्ड एडिशन ऑफ द हैकाथन. थर्ड एडिशन ऑफ द हैकाथन, तो इसे नाम क्या दिया गया सर? दिस इज आरबीआई, दिस इज HARBINGER. तो इसको अगर मैं खोलूं तो इसे हम क्या कहते हैं? दैट इज हैकाथन आरबीआई विच हैज बीन इंट्रोड्यूस्ड. और इसे इस बार ऑर्गेनाइज किया गया कब सर? इसे ऑर्गेनाइज किया गया 2024 में. अब होता क्या है कि सबसे पहले आरबीआई जब हैकाथन अनाउंस करता है तो आरबीआई उसके लिए पूरे का पूरा एक डिटेल्ड नोटिफिकेशन देता है। उस नोटिफिकेशन में यह बताया जाता है, उस नोटिफिकेशन में बहुत क्लियरली ये बताया जाता है कि सर ये जो हैकाथन है ये किस पे होगा। हैकाथन का मतलब क्या? हैकाथन का मतलब है एक ऐसा अरेंजमेंट जहां पर फाइनेंशियल technocrats, they come together in order to solve the problems related to the financial sector which are pre-mentioned and pre-decided by RBI. For example, in the latest third edition, RBI has introduced the third edition of Global Hackathon under the name that is Innovation for Transformation. Innovation for Transformation. Hackathon invites participants to develop solutions using technology and innovative approaches under the themes. So the first theme is zero financial fraud, which include real-time prediction, detection and prevention of fraud. Second is ensuring transaction anonymity in token-based transaction, that is CBDC. भैया CBDC में how can we talk about the anonymity of transaction? What is this anonymity of transaction? I hope you all are very well aware. CBDC is central bank digital currency which has been introduced by RBI and it is in the pilot mode. It is basically introduced as an alternative or substitute of cash, but in case of cash you don't know or you cannot identify the source. But in case if the amount is transferred or paid through a digital format, that is the CBDC is paid through the digital format to the digital platform which is going to be provided by RBI. In that case, the tracing of sender can be easily done. But in order to avoid this, or in order to keep the anonymity means the source of fund anonymous, who has transferred, it should not be clear. So that was the second area of solution which was targeted under the third edition of RBI Hackathon. Third one is identify mule bank accounts, payment wallets. Second theme is being Divyang friendly. Obviously, the financial services should be friendly to the person with disability so that they can access all these facilities easily. Or for this, the fourth problem is accurately identifying banknotes by visually impaired. I don't know how many of you are aware, but RBI has already developed an application for this, which is known as Money, M-A-N-I, which is known as Money, M-A-N-I. Can you give me the full form of M-A-N-I? This stands for Note Identifier. Money application was introduced by RBI in the past, and this application which was introduced by RBI in the past is termed as what? So it is termed as Money app. And if someone asks me what is the full form of Money app, what will be my answer? What will be my answer? So my answer to this particular question is it stands for what? So it stands for identification. It stands for Note Identifier. It stands for Note Identifier. But I'm looking forward if you can give me the full form of Money application. Otherwise, I'll give you the answer. No one? Okay. So it stands for Mobile Aided. It stands for Mobile Aided Note Identifier. So how this app basically works? So this app basically works in this scenario that the individual who is physically disabled, in terms he is not able to identify the note, he's not able to see the note, what they can do is they can just open up the Money application on their mobile and bring the note in front of the camera. So this camera of that particular device will identify the note with the help of application, and verbal dictation of the application, verbal dictation of the denomination will be done. So it stands for Mobile Aided Note Identifier. Mobile Aided Note Identifier. Remember this. So being a part of RBI Hackathon, if you are participating in this event and you win, the winner of each problem statement, these are 4 problem statements. So the winner of each problem statement will receive an amount of 40 lakhs. Special prize will be given to the to the best all women team, a team which comprises of only women members across all the 4 problem statement, whether they are winners or not, but if they are best among the women team, then 20 lakhs. Stipend per team shortlisted for solution development for meeting of the cost of development of prototype is given, that is 5 lakhs. I'll make this point clear, don't worry. So what has happened? So for this third edition of RBI Hackathon, in total 534 applications were received, out of which 39 applications were received from outside India, which include applications from United States, UK, Hong Kong, Singapore, Brazil, Morocco. The reason is quite obvious. If we develop the solution in India, that means we can enter India in the space which is fastest growing space especially in the Indian economy. Fastest growing space, especially in the Indian economy. So this is a good, I would say, inlet for the foreign financial institutes. Hackathon ran in 3 phases. First, out of 534, 70 entries were shortlisted. From these 70 entries, 28 entries are shortlisted. That means 7 for each problem. I hope you remember how many total problems were. So total problems which you have to solve were 4. So for every problem, 7 entities were selected, and these 7 entries were given 3-week duration, and in that 3-week duration they were supposed to build the solution. And in order to build the solution, in order to build the prototype, 5 lakh rupees as mentioned. 5 lakh rupees as mentioned, stipend is given. So 28 shortlisted entities, that is 7 to solve each problem, were shortlisted. 5 lakh each were given, and finally the third phase talks about the 4 names who are the final winners of this particular scenario. So 28 shortlisted were provided a stipend for meeting the development cost. Third phase means winner were announced, and this hackathon, or I would say the evaluation and selection of the winners, was held in January 2025, and it was held in Bengaluru. So winners were declared during the grand finale, which was organized in Bengaluru, which was attended by a number of eminent, I would say, personalities, which include senior bankers, leaders from the financial sectors, founders and CEOs of the fintech ecosystem. But most important point, sir, you talked about the prize money, 40 lakhs for the 4 winners, because this time the problems were 4, 20 lakhs for one of the best women team, and 5 lakhs stipend to all the selected teams in the second phase. Who provide or who distribute this prize money? So the prize money is distributed by none other than Deputy Governor of RBI. It is distributed by none other than Deputy Governor of RBI, and the Deputy Governor who has distributed this prize money this time, his name is T. Ravi Shankar. His name is T. Ravi Shankar. Do you remember this name? Guys, do you remember this name? T. Ravi Shankar. I hope you all are very well aware that he is one of the governor of RBI. Yes or no? He is still serving as Deputy Governor of RBI. So one of the Deputy Governor. This time T. Ravi Shankar has distributed the prize money for this hackathon. Now you must be worried. That's why you are talking about hackathon again and again, or the prize money again and again, because in phase 1 examination, these basic questions are going to be asked. Hackathon was organized in which city? Bengaluru. Which edition? Third edition. What was the theme? Sir, if you remember, in the starting I have shared the theme with you, that is innovation for transformation. Theme 1 is zero financial fraud. Theme 2 is being Divyang friendly. Then question could be on the prize money, and finally the question could be on the last part, that is who distribute the prize money. These all areas are important. Is it clear, guys? So if any question is asked related to the hackathon, I'm pretty sure that you are in a position to answer these questions in the very first attempt itself, which will help you to score pretty well in the examination. Done? Shall I move ahead? Done, guys. Shall I move ahead to the next news? Okay, without any other delay, let's move on to the next news. The next news talks about that NPCI has extended the deadline. NPCI has extended the deadline for what? Sir, NPCI has extended the deadline for UPI market share capital. market share cap. So what does this entire term mean? I hope you all know third party, third party which provides you with the payment services. So third party payment service provider. Whenever we talk about the third party payment service provider, we generally, the first name which strikes us is PhonePe, or it could be Google Pay. So basically, what is third party payment service provider? So third party payment service provider is the one which provides you with the UPI services, but it is not a bank, it is a third party. That means third party means it is not a customer like you and me, it is not the merchant who is receiving the funds, is not the banks involved with the merchant and the bank. He or she, or I would say this institute is something else. This institute is out of the box. I'll just make this point clear again. It is very easy, but I think while explaining, I myself has confused you in case of third party. I'll just give you the answer. Let's suppose, guys, I am a customer and I want to transfer my funds to the seller, merchant. So I have a bank account in bank 1, merchant has a bank account in bank 2. One is my bank is providing me with the UPI services. For example, ICICI, I can use my bank application to transfer the funds. But on the other side, if I am not using the bank provided applications, rather I go for a third party application or third party service provided for the payment format, and with the help of that services, with the help of that application, if I transfer the funds, that is basically termed as third party. That is basically termed as third party system payment provider or service provider. In this case, we have PhonePe, we have Google Pay. So last time in 2020, last time means I'm talking about back in 2020, to be very precise, in November 2020, NPCI said that in order to mitigate the concentration risk, what I'm trying to say, guys, we know that very well. PhonePe, Google Pay, these two companies collectively take up 80% of the total UPI market in the country, which means if 100 transactions are done in a day, I'm just taking an example, 80 are done with the help of these two applications. Now suppose if PhonePe is not operating due to some server issue, Google Pay is not allowed to operate because of some compliance issue by RBI, which means for those few hours, maybe for those few days, till the time PhonePe and Google Pay are not retrieving their services back, 80% of UPI services will come to halt. So in order to avoid this concentration risk, in order to mitigate this concentration risk, NPCI announced that there should be a market share cap, and market share cap is up to 30% on the basis of last 3 months data. So we check the last 3 months data. If let's suppose in last 3 months, in every month 100 transactions are done, which means in last 3 months total 300 UPI transactions are done in the country. Out of 300, one company, one service provider should not provide more than 30%, that is more than 90 transactions. So earlier, to achieve this target, companies were asked, or the deadline was 2021. Now the deadline was revised. It was December 2024. Now it has been again revised. Now again it has been revised that the new deadline is by 31st December 2026. This market cap, I would say the market cap conditions are need to be fulfilled. So on one side we have PhonePe, almost 40% of the market size, Google Pay almost 37% of the market size. These two companies, they need to reduce their market size. On the other side, the other companies which are prevailing, they should increase their market size so that this I would say so that this target, or I would say this transaction volume can be gradually and uniformly distributed. So let's discuss this news. First of all, NPCI has decided to implement its deadlines for next 2 years. That means the postpone is done, that there will be a delay. You will get 2 more years to implement this. and now the implementation is need to be done by December 2026. NPCI initially proposed this cap, as I discussed, in November 2020, which is 30%. How this cap is going to be calculated? Average UPI transaction volume over past 3 months and the number of transactions performed with the help of a particular application that will decide the percentage. As of November 2024, PhonePe, we all know that it is backed by Flipkart. Flipkart is backed by Walmart. So PhonePe, which is backed by Walmart, takes up almost 47% of the Indian market or the UPI market, and rest 37% is with Google Pay, and rest is distributed among the others like Amazon Pay, WhatsApp Pay, Paytm Payment Pay, or bank we have that is given. Now in this particular scenario, you must understand that two companies, they are contributing to the 80% of the total number of UPI transactions. So in order to avoid concentration risk over dependency, this capping has been introduced by NPCI. If I talk about the last data as of December 2024, how many transactions are done, we'll discuss that. But before that, UPI platform has experienced exponential growth in the recent years. If I say in 2024 alone, UPI transactions has increased by 46%, which is 172 billion transactions. 172 billion transaction basically means 172 raised to the power 9, which means 17200 crore, which means 17,200 crore transactions has been done in 2024 year alone. And this was 11,800 crore transactions in 2023. So it is not stopping down, it is increasing. The latest increase, आप सोच के देखो, हम तो यही सोचते हैं कि 2023 में, in 2023, ample of UPI transactions were done. We were just, you can just imagine कि इससे क्या increase होगा. But yes, there is new increase by 46% in comparison to the 2023 data in 2024. If I talk about the December data, sir, in December alone, 16.73. In December alone, 16.73, which means 1,673 crore transactions are recorded in December alone. And this count was what in November 2024? Sir, in November 2024, this count was 1,578 crores. 1,528 crores. 1,528 crores. You can see there is an increase of almost 150 crore transaction over a month. So there is 8% month on month increase, 46% year on year increase, and UPI is one of the important aspect of digital payments in the country. I hope you all are very well aware that India is the nation which records highest UPI, or I would say highest digital payments in the world. The second largest company which makes the second largest digital payments in the world is China, which showcases 1/3 of the total payments which is done by India. For example, in India, we are making 100 crore payments in a year. China is making 1/3, that is 33 crore payments in a year, and it is on the second rank. This is the gap we have. So I would say, yes, India has implemented, as well as Indians have accepted and practiced the UPI and the digital payments pretty well, which made India proud on the international level. I don't know how many of you have recognized this. So what is the point of introducing this image while you are talking about UPI? I would say UPI is killing the toffee market. I hope you can relate with me. I'm saying that UPI is killing the toffee market. Do you agree? UPI is killing the toffee market. Do you agree? Why I'm saying this? Just remember the past days. In the past days, when you go and purchase a product of, let's say, 18 rupees and you give 20 bucks to the seller always say, छुट्टे नहीं है, I don't have the change, तो 2 रुपए की toffee ले जाओ, just take 2 rupees, just take toffee for like 2 rupees. But today, there is no problem of change which is happening or which is being witnessed in the Indian market, because if you are a If you have to pay 18 rupees, you'll scan the code, make the payment, that is 18 rupees, and no change, no toffee transactions are done. So this means UPI is killing. UPI is killing what? So UPI is killing the toffee market. What you are trying to say? What you are trying to say, अभिनव कुमार, हाफ रुपीज चेंज मतलब ये क्या कहना चाह रहे हो? पूछ लो एक बार, बता दो, फिर आगे बात करेंगे। अगले पॉइंट पे बढ़ते हैं। तो ये था लेटेस्ट जो प्रेस रिलीज आया फ्रॉम एनपीसीआई, जो मैंने आया, which I just discussed with you, that is third party app providers in UPI. There is a circular regarding the market cap, or I would say regarding the market volume cap. It has been extended till 31st of December 2026. So by 31st December 2026, every third party app provider should have up to 30% of the market share. Now moving on to the next news. The next news says Reserve Bank of India opens UPI access for prepaid payment instruments through third party application. What I'm trying to say, if you remember Paytm wallet, you can make the payment through Paytm wallet. You can make the payment through Paytm wallet on different platforms. But if you want to receive funds into your UPI wallet, or if you want to make payments from your UPI wallet through UPI, if you want to make payments through your Paytm wallet, or you want to credit the funds into your UPI wallet, and that too with the help of UPI services, is it possible? Yes, sir, it was possible. It is possible. But earlier it was possible if you are using Paytm app. If you are using Paytm app, then only this UPI service will be provided for Paytm wallet, which means, what I'm trying to say, this says that previously UPI payments for prepaid payment instruments. What are prepaid payment instruments? So prepaid payment instrument means an instrument in which first you load the funds. First you yourself load the funds. As I say ना, आपके पास कनेक्शन कौन सा? टेलीकम्युनिकेशन। यू से मेरे पास प्रीपेड कनेक्शन है। प्रीपेड कनेक्शन का मतलब क्या? कि भैया पहले पे करो फिर कॉल करो। इन द सिमिलर मैनर प्रीपेड पेमेंट इंस्ट्रूमेंट मींस पहले यू हैव टू load the funds, you have to deposit the funds in this prepaid instrument, and then you can make the payment. For example, Paytm wallet, I hope you must have used, या फिर नहीं यूज किया तो एक सिंपल एग्जांपल देता हूं. You must have gone or visited many of the malls which possess food courts, and in those food courts you cannot use cash, you cannot use your debit or credit card. What they say, that if you want to make the payment, then you need to purchase a card from us, use that card to make the payment. Most of the, I would say, gaming zones which are present in the malls, they also go with the same logic, they also go with the same format. So in that case, the moment you reach to their counter, they give you a card, and that in order to get that card and use that card, you need to get it loaded. They ask you how many amount you want to deposit. I say 2,000 rupees. So you pay them 2,000. You are paying 2,000 from your bank account, and this can be done maybe cash, or you are paying from your bank account maybe through UPI, or maybe through any other medium like debit card or credit card. I don't care. But once the amount is loaded, now you can use this card to make the payment. This is known as prepaid payment instrument. Now suppose this prepaid payment instrument is open prepaid payment instrument, which can be used to make payment at all the different platforms. But if you want to make the payment from this instrument by scanning the UPI code, or you want to receive the payment into your prepaid payment instrument by again scanning the QR code, that was possible, but earlier it was possible through the PPI issues mobile app, which means if you have a Paytm wallet, then you can use Paytm application to perform the UPI transactions from that instrument. If you have, let's say, ICICI wallet, then you have to use the ICICI app in order to make the UPI transactions from your prepaid payment instrument. But now the things have been revised. What RBI says? RBI has introduced a new provision which says that UPI, Unified Payment Interface payments from or to full KYC prepaid payment instruments. Full KYC means the entire KYC process is completed, know your customer process is completed, where you have submitted your officially valid document, where your name, address has been approved, your proof has been received by the concerned service provider. Then you can utilize the third party applications to enjoy the UPI services, to enjoy the UPI transactions, which means now Paytm wallet can be used to make payment or to receive payments through UPI, and that too through PhonePe. That means you can access your Paytm wallet through PhonePe the way you are accessing right now your debit card, or I would say your bank account. The way you access your I would say bank account through UPI, where you can debit or credit the funds through PhonePe in a similar manner. Now you can access your PPI, that is prepaid payment instrument, in order to make the funds, or in order to make the payment or to receive the funds into your account. Is it clear? Is this point clear? Yes, Abhinav, that is absolutely correct. Guys, is this point clear? What this sentence mean? Prepaid payment instrument through third party UPI application is now allowed. Earlier, prepaid payment instruments were capable to utilize or were capable to perform UPI transaction only through their issuer app, only through their issuer application. But now third party application is also allowed only if full KYC is done. Only if full KYC is done. May I have a reply, please? Is it clear till this point? May I have a reply, please? Is it clear till this point? Do reply quickly, everyone. Now, what is the benefit? So, benefit is pretty simple. That is ease for the customer. What is the overall logic behind digital banking, or I would say electronic banking? That is ease to the customer. So, it is more easy for the customer to access its PPI through third-party applications as well, because you are more friendly with the PhonePe. Then you can utilize PhonePe not only for your bank account access, but you can utilize the same for your PPI access as well. Yes, sir, it is similar to ATM card, where money can be drawn from any bank ATM without OTP. That is absolutely correct. Now the same card, that is prepaid payment instrument, can be used to make the payment and to receive the payment through the UPI platform, and that UPI services can be provided by the third party as well, which was not allowed earlier. Is it clear? So what all things are included, sir? Under this updation provision, PPI issues will be able to allow holders of their full KYC to link PPI to the UPI handle and make payment or receive funds via third-party UPI application. The transaction will be pre-approved before being processed in the UPI system. The next point over here is it will ensure security and authentication for these transactions. This is what is important. Moving on to the last news of the day. RBI has introduced name lookup for RTGS and NEFT. The moment, let's suppose you order food from Zomato, and at the time of making the payment, the moment delivery boy reaches to you, you just take the food and ask him, "Bhaiya kitne paise hue?" What he reply? कि सर let's say 300 rupees, and you say भैया स्कैनर देना ताकि मैं अपने UPI से स्कैन करके आपको पे कर दूं इसे, कि स्कैनर तो नहीं, आप नंबर ले लो, आप नंबर ले लो. Then what you do is on your UPI service providing application, you click on to pay mobile number, you enter the mobile number and you click on enter. The moment you click on enter, without entering the amount, without transferring the amount, just you click on the enter, you can get the receiver's name. And the moment you get the receiver's name, you ask, भैया the account is, और ये जो number है UPI के against reflect कर रहा है on the name of Ram. वो कहेगा हाँ जी राम है, सही है, अब पे कर दो। तो इससे क्या हुआ, ऑथेंटिकेशन, दिस इज डबल ऑथेंटिकेशन, दिस इज सिक्योरिटी, सेफ्टी, नॉट ओनली फॉर द सेंडर बट ऑल्सो फॉर द रिसीवर। नाउ इफ just imagine the same service is provided against RTGS and NEFT, that will be a beneficial step. The moment we talk about RTGS and NEFT, RTGS stands for real time, RTGS stands for real time gross settlement, and NEFT stands for National Electronic Fund Transfer. In case of NEFT, settlement is done in batches. We have a batches of half an hour. In one day, 48 batches are being settled down. We know that. And NEFT is also 24/7 service. RTGS is also 24/7 service. But in case of RTGS, settlement is done real time. What is real time? Time taken to transfer the information will be the time taken to settle down the funds. In case of RTGS, minimum limit is 2 lakhs, but in case of NEFT, there is no minimum and no upper limit. When we compare RTGS and NEFT, RTGS is obviously preferable, but the charges against RTGS is more than NEFT, because in NEFT, settlement may take hours. It may take up to 2 or 6 hours, but in case of RTGS, settlement is done in real time in most of the cases. But whether you are reaching to the bank branch in order to transfer or in order to go for RTGS or NEFT service, or you are doing the RTGS or NEFT service from the mobile application, you don't receive the receiver's bank name. And the moment you don't receive the receiver's name, who is the account holder, you are not receiving the account holder's name, you generally cross-check the account n number of times. You check yourself, then you ask your friend, you ask your sister, you ask your father, you ask your mother कि यार एक बार अकाउंट मिला लो, कहीं गलती ना हो जाए, कहीं गलती ना हो जाए। और इसी वजह से RTGS and NEFT, it is time consuming in comparison to UPI, जहां पे आपने नंबर डाला, नाम आया, नाम आने के बाद कंफर्म हुआ, फिर आपने लाखों रुपए भेज दिए। Yes, you can send UPI, you can send funds. In case of UPI, the limit is different for different aspects, but yes, huge amounts can also be sent. You can transfer the funds. But अगर हम सोच के देखें, पहला पॉइंट मैं एक क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछना चाहता हूं, व्हाट इज द यूपीआई लिमिट? मैं बताना चाह रहा था 2 बार, बट मैं चुप हो गया। सो व्हाट इज द यूपीआई ट्रांजैक्शन लिमिट? एनी आइडिया गाइस? व्हाट इज द यूपीआई ट्रांजैक्शन लिमिट? If I talk about the standard UPI transaction limit, it is 1 lakh rupees per transaction. स्पेशल कैटेगरीज में जैसे कि कैपिटल मार्केट, इंश्योरेंस कलेक्शन, फॉरेन इनवर्ड रेमिटेंस में इट कैन बी 2 लाख रुपी पर ट्रांजेक्शन। और अगर आप टैक्स पेमेंट कर रहे हैं, इफ यू आर मेकिंग द हॉस्पिटल बिल पेमेंट, एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशनल पेमेंट, IPO पेमेंट, RBI रिटेल डायरेक्ट स्कीम, देन पर ट्रांजेक्शन कैन बी एज हाई एज 5 लाख रुपए पर ट्रांजेक्शन। अब वहां 1 लाख रुपए ट्रांसफर करते हो बिल्कुल डर नहीं लगता, लेकिन यही अगर 1 लाख NEFT पे करना, यू क्रॉस चेक दी अकाउंट थ्राइस कि कहीं अकाउंट नंबर में गलती ना हो जाए, बिकॉज इट्स अ ह्यूज बंच ऑफ नंबर जहां गलती होने के चांसेस ज्यादा है। अब क्या करो, आगे क्या होगा इन नियर फ्यूचर? यू विल एंटर द अकाउंट नंबर, you will enter the IFS code, that is Indian Financial System Code, which is 11 alphanumeric unique code which will identify the bank, branch and city in which your receiver possesses the account. So the moment you enter the account number, the moment you enter the IFS code, the moment you click OK, you will receive the receiver's name on the screen, which will add on assurity, and this assurance will help you to make the transactions in a bit quicker manner. So this is what has been approved by RBI. Let's quickly check this news. So Reserve Bank of India has launched a new beneficiary bank account name. Bank account name. Beneficiary means the one who is going to receive the funds. Receiver, beneficiary. So receiver's account name verification will be available both for RTGS, real-time gross settlement, and National Electronic Fund Transfer. This facility will allow the remitters to verify the beneficiary's name before initiating a transaction, which will reduce the risk of error and fraud transfers. Currently, systems as UPI and IMPS, they allow senders to verify the details of the receiver, but now the same feature will be available free of cost. It will be available free of cost. It will be available free of cost for RTGS and NEFT. Why I'm emphasizing on free of cost? Anyone who has account in ICICI. I don't know about any other account, but I myself possess an account in ICICI, and ICICI Bank gives me this power, this facility that I can check, I can assure my receiver, but for that they come up with the charges. They come up with the charges where you ask your application कि भाई जाओ चेक करो कि रिसीवर की जो मैंने डिटेल्स दी है, जो नाम दिया, क्या वो मैच कर रहा है या नहीं. And the moment I receive the approval, that give me double assurance that yes, I'm sending the funds in the right account. But that is specific service provided by my bank. I don't know about your bank, and that is chargeable. But now this will be a uniform service provided by all the banks in India, and it will be a free service where your receiver's account name will be verified. So RTGS and NEFT system can verify the name of the bank account to which money is being transferred before initiating the transfer, and thereby avoid mistakes or any kind of fraud or like that. Based on the account number, you give your account number, you give your Indian financial system code of the beneficiary, then you will receive the beneficiary's name through the CBS. I hope you understand what is CBS, Core Banking Solution. Core basically means central. Core basically means what? So the term core stands for, any idea guys? Core Banking Solution or Central Banking System, but the word core stands for what? Core stands for what? Any idea? Have you ever heard this term, core? Anyone can give me the answer. So it stands for Centralized Online Real-Time Exchange. Centralized Online Real-Time, Centralized Online Real-Time Exchange or environment. So this core banking solution will help you to fetch the name of the beneficiary against the account number and IFS code. So this facility will be available to the remitters through their internet banking and mobile banking services, and this facility shall be available to the remitters visiting branch as well. Whether you're visiting the branch or using the application, this facility will be available. So to ensure uniform experience, what will be given? Provision to verify beneficiary's bank account name will be provided through internet banking, mobile banking as well as branch visit. Provision to re-verify. First you can verify the name at the time of you are registering the beneficiary. I hope you know when you want to transfer the funds, you cannot transfer the funds right away. First you need to add the beneficiary. So at the time of adding, registration of the beneficiary, your name will be confirmed. Secondly, there will be provision to re-verify the registered beneficiary name at any time. At any time, beneficiary account name provided by the beneficiary bank shall be displayed to the remitter. तो पहले जब आपने ऐड किया बेनिफिशियरी को, रजिस्टर किया, तब नेम को क्या कर लिया? वेरीफाई कर लिया. अब हो सकता है 2 महीने बाद फंड ट्रांसफर कर रहे हैं, याद ही नहीं है कि रजिस्टर्ड करते समय क्या वेरीफाई किया था या नहीं. कोई बात नहीं, दोबारा वेरीफाई कर लो, नो इश्यूज, यू कैन डू इट अगेन. यू कैन डू इट अगेन और जब आप रिमिट करेंगे तब नाम सामने आ जाएगा. उसके बाद बोथ रिमिटिंग एंड बेनिफिशियरी बैंक ये क्या करेंगे? इन डिटेल्स को मेंटेन करेंगे. एनपीसीआई के पास कोई डिटेल नहीं होगी. सारे के सारे जो लॉग्स हैं, डिटेल्स हैं, वो किसके पास होंगे? रिमिटिंग और बेनिफिशियरी बैंक्स के पास, ताकि फ्यूचर में कोई भी कंप्लेंट है, कोई भी इशू है, तो बैंक, रिसीवर और सेंडर बैंक्स के लॉग्स को चेक करके ये इश्यूज को रिजॉल्व किया जाएगा. एनपीसीआई शैल नॉट स्टोर एनी डेटा. जैसे कि मैंने बताया, एनपीसीआई के पास कोई डेटा नहीं होगा. एनपीसीआई विल नॉट स्टोर एनी डेटा. इन केस ऑफ एनी डिस्प्यूट, रिमिटिंग बैंक और बेनिफिशियरी बैंक विल इन्वॉल्व टू open up, they will use their logs to resolve that disputes. While providing the facility, bank shall ensure to comply with the legal provision. मतलब उतना ही डेटा शो करो जो रिक्वायर्ड है. ऐसा नहीं कि आपने अकाउंट नंबर दिया, आईएफएस कोड दिया, नाम के साथ सामने वाले का अकाउंट बैलेंस भी दिखा दिया. ये नहीं, सिर्फ नाम दिखाओ ताकि पैसा ट्रांसफर हो जाए. सो डेटा प्राइवेसी भी अभी एक नॉर्म है जो आपको ध्यान रखना है. बेनिफिशियरी अकाउंट नेम लुकअप फैसिलिटी शैल बी अवेलेबल टू द कस्टमर्स विदाउट एनी चार्ज. आप अपने नाम को चेक कर सकते हैं, बेनिफिशियरी के नेम को चेक कर सकते हैं, दैट टू विदाउट एनी चार्ज. दैट टू विदाउट एनी चार्ज. ठीक है जी. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, all banks who are direct members or sub members of RTGS and NEFT are advised to offer this facility फ्रॉम 1 अप्रैल 2025. तो ये फैसिलिटी कब तक आपके लिए अवेलेबल होगी सर? 1 अप्रैल 2025 से ये फैसिलिटी अवेलेबल होगी. बेनिफिट्स क्या है सर? एक तो इनहांस ट्रांजैक्शन एक्यूरेसी बढ़ गई. सिक्योरिटी बढ़ गई, स्ट्रीमलाइन हो गया आपका पेमेंट प्रोसेस, रिड्यूस हो गए ऑपरेशनल रिस्क विद रिस्पेक्ट टू बैंक और फास्टर हो गया रेजोल्यूशन ऑफ पेमेंट इश्यूज। अगर कोई इशू भी आएगा तो लॉग्स आपके पास मेंटेन है, चेक करो, कंफर्म करो और उसे रिजॉल्व कर दो। So this is the benefit which has been announced. So I hope all the news which we have discussed are crystal clear, but I have few doubts which I hope you all will be replying in the comment section after this video. So I will be giving you some homework and I'm pretty sure that you will give me the answer. First homework is RTGS and NEFT is performed under which act? RTGS and NEFT services are provided under which act? That is really very important. Give me the answer. This is first question. Second question is in case of UPI, what is the per transaction limit? What is the per transaction limit of UPI? If it is 1 lakh, 2 lakh or 5 lakh, give me the detail. Last but not the least is very important, which I hope you will give me the answer. And the third part, if you can see, I hope you are able to read the third part. The third question which I have for you all is, what is the minimum RTGS limit? Minimum. What is the minimum limit of RTGS? So 1, 2, 3, I will be waiting for your reply in the comment section. If you'll not reply to my answers, I won't be replying to your questions in the next session. And do reply in the comment section. How was the session? How was the session? Have you enjoyed the discussion or not? Or do reply, give me the feedback that do you think this kind of discussion is going to help you a lot while answering your final RBI Grade B examination. If you want to clear this examination for sure, RBI Grade B Lakshya batch is live. You can join this batch, use the code MADHAV in order to enjoy maximum discount when you subscribe to our RBI Grade B course. In this course, what I like the most is that is mock test for phase 2, which gives you the exam-like experience while attempting the phase 2 mock test. You can type the answers live on the platform itself. That is the most important and I would say the unique feature which is available. Why does NEFT IMPS incur charges but not UPI? Is the cost of UPI borne by government? This is a very good question. So UPI is free of cost. UPI is free of cost in comparison to RTGS or maybe NEFT or maybe IMPS. Why? Chargeable and this is free of cost. So the answer is why. I will be answering this question in the next session, but if you find the answer, do type the answer in the comment section. You can take the you can scan this code and this code will help you to land on my Telegram channel where you can download the PDF for the given session. I hope you must have enjoyed the discussion. Guys, I hope you must have enjoyed the discussion. Thank you, Vishu, for the feedback. Thank you, Mamta, for the feedback. What about others? What about other guys? May I have a reply? May I have the feedback that yes, the discussion which we have done is helpful for you and you're going to enjoy this discussion in the near future as well. And don't forget to hit the like button before leaving. And if you are joining me for the very first time on this channel, do subscribe our channel as well. Thank you so much, guys. We'll catch you on Thursday, same time, where we will be discussing new current affairs related to the finance, and the same manner we are going to discuss each and every news in much detail which will help you to clear your upcoming examination in the very first attempt itself. Good luck. God bless you all. Bye bye. Take care. See you.